A very good morning to all of you, and once again I welcome you all to the GK Today platform. This is Nuzhat Sana, and finally after a long time we are resuming our current affairs session, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 10th and 11th of July 2024. The pattern would be exactly same, means first of all we'll discuss the current affairs, means the important questions of that particular day, and after that in the next slide we will see some important questions or current affairs or important news regarding that keyword. Okay, so let's start with our session. The very first question is, recently which state has been honored with the Best Agriculture State Award for 2024 by the 15th Agriculture Leadership Awards Committee? So this is the state of Maharashtra, that is A option. The 15th Agriculture Leadership Award Committee, which is chaired by Justice P. Sathasivam, has named the state of Maharashtra as the best agriculture state for the year 2024. So Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde will receive this award, and Maharashtra is actually recognized for its innovative agricultural policies and programs. The initiatives of Maharashtra include, for example, the largest bamboo mission, extensive irrigation projects, and nanotechnology fertilizer distribution. Okay, so this award highlights significant contributions to agricultural advancement and rural prosperity. Fine. So Maharashtra state has been honored with the Best Agriculture State Award for 2024 by the 15th Agriculture Leadership Awards Committee. Now here our keyword is awards, and in the next slide we will see important questions regarding awards and honors. Who has been awarded the Pen Pinter Prize 2024? The Pen Pinter Prize for this year has been presented to very famous Arundhati Roy. Okay. Recently, who was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Yuva Puraskar for Telugu? This is Mr. Ramesh Karthik Naik. Okay, he is the winner for Sahitya Akademi Yuva Puraskar for Telugu. Recently, who has made history as the first Indian to receive the prestigious Nelson Mandela Lifetime Achievement Award? This is Vinod Ganatra. Okay, Vinod Ganatra is the first Indian to receive this prestigious honor. Recently, which state has won the award for maximum wind power installed capacity? This is the state of Gujarat. Recently, which regulatory body has been awarded the Risk Manager of the Year Award 2024 by Central Banking London, UK? First of all, you have to remember that Risk Manager of the Year Award is presented by Central Banking London, and this year it has been given to the Reserve Bank of India. Fine. The next question is, which ministry has recently launched Project Pari, Public Art of India? So Ministry of Culture has launched the Project Pari in conjunction with the 46th World Heritage Committee meeting that took place in New Delhi, and it is executed by Lalit Kala Academy and National Gallery of Modern Art. Okay, so this initiative aims to blend India's rich artistic heritage with modern themes, and over 150 artists will create the public artworks, democratizing art and enhancing the cultural engagement nationwide. Okay, so Ministry of Culture has recently launched the Project Pari, which stands for Public Art of India. Fine. Here our keyword would be ministry, and in the next slide let's see some of the important ministries that came into news. The first question is, Right to Repair portal recently seen in the news was launched by which ministry? So Center has launched the Unified Right to Repair portal, urging automobile companies and other sectors to participate. It is led by the Department of Consumer Affairs, and the portal aims to empower the consumers with easy access to repair information, promoting reuse and reducing the e-waste. So this meeting was chaired by Nidhi Khare, and the meeting basically involved major automobile associations and companies, for example Tata Motors, then there is Mahindra and the Yamaha Motors India. Fine. So this portal was launched on National Consumer Rights Day 2022, and it integrates information in across different sectors, which enables kind of affordable repairs by original equipment manufacturers or third party repairees. Okay, so right to repair portal is associated with Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Technology Development Fund Scheme, recently seen in the news, is a flagship program of which ministry? It is the flagship program of Ministry of Defense. Okay, which ministry recently approved 56 crore rupees for the conservation of the Great Indian Bustard and Lesser Florican? Here answer would be Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. They have approved this much amount for the conservation of Great Indian Bustard and Lesser Florican. Anyways, what is the IUCN status of Great Indian Bustard? So these are listed in the critically endangered species. Okay, and Lesser Florican is also a critically endangered species. Which ministry has recently developed an e-Sankhiki portal? So it has been developed by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Central Electronics Limited, which was recently granted Mini Ratna status, comes under which ministry? Central Electronics Limited has recently got the status of Mini Ratna and it comes under Ministry of Science and Technology. Okay. Now next is, recently who won the 2024 Asian Billiards Championship in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? First of all, you have to remember the venue for 2024 Asian Billiards Championship. It took place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And here correct answer is Dhruv Sitwala, that is A option. Dhruv Sitwala has actually defeated Pankaj Advani to win the 2024 Asian Billiards Championship, and this victory marks the Sitwala's third Asian Billiards title, having previously won in 2015 and 2016. Okay, Pankaj Advani, who was aiming for his third title and a hat-trick of championship, fell short in the finals. Fine. So three things you have to remember. First of all, what is the venue for this championship? Answer would be Saudi Arabia. Who is the winner? Answer is Dhruv Sitwala. And who was the runner-up? Your answer would be Pankaj Advani. Okay. Now let's see some important championships that were in news. The first question is, where was the Asian Squash Doubles Championship 2024 held? Here answer is Malaysia. Okay. Actually, Indian squash players secured 2 titles at this championship, and Abhay Singh along with Joshna Chinnappa won the mixed doubles, defeating the Hong Kong pair, and in the men's doubles we have triumphed over the Malaysia's pair, and this championship actually featured 33 teams from 7 countries and it was held from 4th to 7th of July 2024. Okay, so venue for this championship is Malaysia. Recently, who won the Lyon Masters Chess Championship for the 10th time? Here answer would be Vishwanathan Anand. Okay. How many medals were won by India in the Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championships 2024? In this championship, India has won overall 11 medals, and the segregation is like 4 gold, then there is 2 silver and 5 bronze. Okay. Recently, who won the FIDE Under 20 Girls World Chess Championship 2024? Answer would be Divya Deshmukh. Fine. And last is, who has become the first Indian gymnast to win a gold medal at the 2024 Asian Gymnastics Championship? This is Deepa Karmakar. Okay. The next question is, Vizhinjam International Seaport, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? So it lies in Kerala, obviously. And why this international seaport came into news? Because the first phase of Adani Group's Vizhinjam port has been completed, and it is India's first exclusive transshipment port near the Kovalam beach in the state of Kerala, right? So it will receive its first mothership on 12th of July, marking a major milestone. This port is managed by Divya S. Iyer, and it is expected to commence full commercial operations by the end of this year. It will also be India's first semi-automated container terminal and a global bunkering hub for the green fuels like hydrogen and ammonia. Okay, so it has 18 meters of natural draft, and it can accommodate large container ships, and it is strategically located 10 nautical miles from the international shipping route that connects the Europe, Persian Gulf and the Far East. So this project is developed in a public-private partnership by Adani Vizhinjam Ports Private Limited. Fine. So this international seaport is located in the state of Kerala. Now let's see some state related current affairs. The first question is, recently the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights declared the mica mines of which state as child labor free? This is the state of Jharkhand. Recently the Asian Development Bank and NGA Group have signed a long-term loan agreement to construct and operate a 400 megawatt solar PV power plant in which Indian state? Your answer would be Gujarat. Kalamkari art form recently seen in the news is mainly practiced in which Indian state? This art form is practiced in Andhra Pradesh mainly. Okay. Kaziranga National Park recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? Everyone knows its answer. Answer would be Assam. Fine. How many national parks are there in the state of Assam? So Assam has total 7 national parks, which are these. The first one is Kaziranga itself. Second one is Manas. Third is Dibru Saikhowa. Then fourth is Orang National Park. Fifth one is Dihing Patkai National Park. Then sixth one is Nameri National Park, and the last one is Raimona National Park. Okay, all of these national parks lies in the state of Assam. Sri Jagannath Temple recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? This temple lies in Odisha state. Okay. Next one is, how many new biosphere reserves recently added to the World Network of Biosphere Reserve? Correct answer here is 11, that is B option. UNESCO has designated 11 new biosphere reserves in across different countries like Colombia, Dominican Republic, Gambia, Italy, Mongolia, then there is Philippines, Republic of Korea and Spain. Okay, and it includes also 2 transboundary reserves. Basically, the role of biodiversity conservation has been emphasized amidst the global challenges. Biosphere reserves help in scientific research, and it also helps in informing the environmental policies and support the local sustainable development. So with these additions, the World Network of Biosphere Reserves now totals at 759 sites in 136 countries, and it covers an area of 7.44 million square kilometers, and it basically showcases diverse ecosystem, and it involves 275 million people worldwide. Okay, so recently 11 new biosphere reserves have been added to the World Network of Biosphere Reserve. Now let's see some important biosphere reserves that came into news. The first question is, Koina Wildlife Sanctuary recently seen in the news due to sighting of brown palm civet is located in which Indian state? So Koina Wildlife Sanctuary, which is nestled in the western Ghats of Maharashtra, boasts rich biodiversity, including the rare species like this brown palm civet, and these civets play a crucial role in seed dispersal, which promotes native rainforest growth. Okay, so a 2021 study highlighted their habitat spanning 21,853 square kilometers in across the Ghats, with significant populations in Anamalai, Nilgiris and in other reserves. So this sanctuary is integral to the UNESCO listed Western Ghats, and it houses diverse flora like teak and wildlife such as Indian bison and leopards. So it is closely associated with the Koina Dam, which is a vital water source in the state of Maharashtra, right? So Koina Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Maharashtra. Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? Here correct answer would be Sikkim. Why it came into news? Because the camera has trapped tiger's movement from this Sikkim's Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary to Samaste district in Bhutan. Okay, so this is a 128 square kilometers of sanctuary, and it is a vital corridor for wildlife between India as well as in Bhutan. The images highlight the importance of protecting the transboundary wildlife corridors and successful conservation efforts. Right? So this Pangolakha is Sikkim's largest wildlife sanctuary. It hosts diverse species like red pandas and snow leopards, and also it connects with Neora Valley National Park and Bhutan's forest. Okay, so Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the state of Sikkim. Nagarjuna Sagar Sri Salem Tiger Reserve recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? This tiger reserve is found in Andhra Pradesh. Recently, an advanced artificial intelligence system for early detection of forest fires has been launched in which tiger reserve of Maharashtra? This is Pench Tiger Reserve. Khalanga Reserve Forest recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? It lies in Uttarakhand. Okay. Next is Recently, which country has made the world's first high temperature superconducting tokamak device named as HH70? Here answer is D option, China. China has unveiled HH70, which is the world's first fully high temperature superconducting tokamak device in Shanghai. It is developed by Energy Singularity, and it has achieved the first plasma by utilizing innovative pre-ionization method. Okay, so here correct answer would be China, and with this it marks China's leadership in high temperature superconducting magnetic confinement fusion, which sets the milestone as the first commercial superconducting tokamak worldwide, right? So Energy Singularity further plans to advance with HH170, the aim of which is to signify the energy gain by the end of 2030, which would cement China's pioneering role in the fusion energy technology. Fine. You have to remember that the world's first high temperature superconducting tokamak device named as HH70 has been developed by the country China. Now let's see some international news. Recently, which state becomes the first state in the country to adopt an action plan for road safety for the next 10 years? This is the state of Rajasthan. Sentinel nuclear missile recently seen in the news was developed by which country? This nuclear missile belongs to USA. Recently, Masoud Pezeshkian has been elected as the president of which country? He is the newly elected president of country Iran. Okay, who is the former president of Iran? This is Ibrahim Raisi, who was found to be dead during a plane crash. Okay. Which African country recently passed a law banning marriage for children under the age of 18? This is Sierra Leone country. Recently, Sir Keir Starmer has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of which country? He is the new Prime Minister of UK. Okay. Which organization has recently unveiled the prototype of India's indigenous light tank named as Zorawar? Answer would be DRDO, A option. Actually, the prototype of India's indigenous light tank Zorawar has been developed by Defense Research and Development Organization along with Larsen and Toubro. So it is powered by Cummins engine, and it is designed for extreme weather and high altitudes along the northern border. Extensive trials will follow, which further aims for army user trials by the end of August 2025. So DRDO is also developing a new domestic engine for the tank in this segment. So the correct answer is DRDO. DRDO has recently unveiled the prototype of India's indigenous light tank Zorawar. Let's see some organizations that came into news. First question is, which organization recently launched an integrated tribal development program in the Kulathupuza Grama Panchayat, Kerala? This is NABARD. What is the full form of NABARD? The National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. They had launched their first integrated tribal development program in Kulathupuza Gram Panchayat, and it is implemented by Thanal basically. This is a 5-year project which basically aims to enhance the livelihoods of 413 tribal families through diverse agricultural and non-agricultural activities. Further, it includes the water resource development, skill training, and the creation of a tribal farmer producer company to empower the community economically. Fine. So this is NABARD. Recently, where was the 24th meeting of Council of Heads of State of Shanghai Cooperation Organization held? Here answer would be Astana in the country of Kazakhstan. Next question is, Iron Dome Akash surface to air missile recently seen in the news was indigenously designed and developed by which organization? Answer is DRDO. Which organization recently released the Migration and Development Brief Report? This report has been published by World Bank. What is Camcopter S100 recently seen in the news? It is basically an unmanned aerial vehicle. Why it came into news? Because India is acquiring the Camcopter S100 rotary unmanned aerial system from Australian company. Fine. So this system will actually enhance the Indian Navy's ISR capabilities in the Indian Ocean region, which marks a significant technological collaboration. And talking about this Australian company, the name of which is Skybell, it is basically specialized in high-tech unmanned system with global facilities and a strong reputation for military, commercial and humanitarian product. Okay, so Camcopter S100 is unmanned aerial vehicle. Why it came into news? Because now India is acquiring it from the Australian company. Fine. Recently, Rachel Reeves has become the first woman finance minister of which country? Here answer would be B option, UK. Rachel Reeves is the UK's first female chancellor of the Exchequer. Also, she has worked at the Bank of England and in the private sector. And she becomes the finance policy chief in 2021. She is known for her commitment to responsible fiscal policies, and Reeves aims to stabilize the UK's sluggish economy without raising income or corporation taxes. Okay, so you have to remember that Rachel Reeves has become the first woman finance minister of United Kingdoms. Now let's see some women empowerment related news. First question is, recently who became the first woman helicopter pilot of Indian Navy? This is very important question. Answer is Anamika B. Rajiv. Recently, Claudia Sheinbaum has been elected as the first woman president of which country? She is the first woman president of Mexico. Recently, who has become oldest woman to climb Mount Everest? Here answer is Jyoti Ratre. Can you tell me her age? Please write your answer in the comments if you remember. Recently, Idashisha Nongrang has been appointed as the first woman DGP of which Indian state? She is the first woman DGP of Meghalaya. Recently, who became the first woman Vice Chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University? This is Professor Naima Khatun. Okay. Next is, Bharat Bill Payment System, recently mentioned in the news, is a payment channel system conceptualized by which institution? Answer is Reserve Bank of India. Actually, RBI has mandated that all credit card bill payments via third-party applications must be routed through the Bharat Bill Payment System, which is managed by the NPCI, means National Payments Corporation of India. Basically, this system offers a centralized platform for bill payments, and this affects the users of major banks and applications like, for example, PhonePe, then there is Amazon Pay and Paytm. So basic purpose here is to regulate peer-to-peer transactions and ensure centralized monitoring. Fine. So Bharat Bill Payment System is a payment channel system which is conceptualized by Reserve Bank of India. In the next slide, we will see some banking related current affairs. First question is, recently the Exim Bank has entered into an agreement with which country to provide a line of credit worth $2.5 million for the installation of a solar photovoltaic power plant. This is the country Guyana. Which bank has recently introduced MSME Sahaj, which is a web-based digital business loan solution for MSMEs? This is State Bank of India. Ministry of External Affairs recently signed a memorandum of understanding with which bank for digital payment services on the eMigrate portal? Again, answer is State Bank of India. Which country recently introduced holographic technology in the new banknotes? Answer is Japan. Recently, which organization has launched the Bank Clinic initiative to assist the bank customers with grievance redressal? This is All India Bank Employees Association. Fine. Now last question is, which city recently organized the Divya Kala Mela and Divya Kala Shakti program? So Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities in collaboration with NHFDC has hosted the Divya Kala Mela in Bhubaneswar city from 5th to 11th of July 2024. So this event celebrates disabled entrepreneurs and artists, and this Mela showcases unique talents and promotes the inclusivity. The event features performances and an employment fair. Basic aim here is to empower the differently abled and foster an inclusive society. Fine. What is this NHFDC? It is National Divyangjan Finance and Development Corporation. Fine. So Bhubaneswar city has organized this Divya Kala Mela and Divya Kala Shakti program. It was dedicated to persons with disabilities. Okay. Now let's see some important cities that came into news. Recently, Indian Air Force Chief has inaugurated Weapon Systems School in which Indian city? Here answer is Hyderabad. The Weapon Systems School has been inaugurated in Hyderabad. Who is the Chief of Air Staff of India? This is Vivek Ram Chaudhary. Okay. Alexandria, a port city recently seen in the news due to the visit of Ines Taber, is located in which country? Alexandria lies in the country Egypt. Recently, our ship Ines Taber has visited this city. Recently, the World Craft Council has officially recognized which city of India as a World Craft City? This is the city of Srinagar. Recently, which city of Kerala has been officially declared as India's first UNESCO City of Literature? This is Kozhikode. Recently, India's first ever accelerator program for farmer producer organization launched in which Indian city? It was launched in Bangalore city. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.